Good morning. Excited to be getting back to this. I probably spent another hour on it last night after kind of got stuck on chapter 3. I think we were recording until about 11:30, and then I kept on reading until about 12:30. I finally went ahead and posted on Stack Overflow. I'm going to assume most of you guys are familiar. If you're watching a video on main, I'm sure you've hit Stack Overflow at least once by now. Um, like I said, I probably asked around, I recorded till 11:30, asked around 12:30, and had an answer by 1:30. So I actually glanced and saw these two answers before I even went to sleep. But I didn't check either one of them yet. Figured I'd go ahead and save that for the video live this morning. I'm not sure how to say that. Saeed Aisha Bibi. I mean, could be an alias anyways. I don't go by my birth name on here. So she's definitely got a higher score than I do. 28. I'm just getting started with it. Usually by the time I've got anything to contribute, somebody's already said it much better than I could elaborate. She's got a silver badge and 13 bronze. Well, I've got 9 bronze, but 310. So this guy is 8 and 3. So I'm going to try both of them. I want to go with hers first, I guess just in order. I like the simplicity. You can use app get name has name say hello instead of app get name. So what's the difference there? Okay, that's it. Name right there. I think that was on line 10, so let's go back over to 7. So Windows 7. Open our browser. I reset all the files. What we did have, I totally deleted. This is a new chapter 3. I may have ran the install. I don't think I've even ran the install. We'll find out here in a second. I don't think I did. JSON package. We'll look at the server package. The server page. Is that the line she's talking about? Let's try and get them side by side. 10's where it returned the error, but I don't know if that's exactly the line she's talking about changing. App get. So I think that's at the bottom instead of 10. Yeah, right here. App get has name. So she's talking about say hello. Just basically adding on after the backslash. Let's focus on just that since we're recording video. I'd normally do the whole thing, but all she's really talking about doing is adding this right here. There. Bam. Alright, Control S saves. And that's probably really, this guy's giving me something here. Use require parameters name instead. And then documentation to back up his answer. So we could read that link. You could write your code this way. App get. I think he's saying the exact same thing she's saying right there. So he's giving me both answers. He needs the points more than she does. I really shouldn't consider that. But I'm going to guess he's a white male. And they say women are like a minority in coding. And she had the right simplest answer sooner, so. But I'll give him an upvote because that was helpful. And I think he's really saying the same thing. That right there. But then he's also adding this. So he's giving me a double answer. I feel bad. I wish I could take both of them. But whichever one I take. Sorry, Saeed. He explained it more, I guess. I feel bad. I love you both. Thank you. Try and ask your questions well. if you're more of a noob and you don't feel like you're ready to swim with the sharks at Stack Overflow, you can try something like a Site Point. Uh, they don't vote you down. they don't. They may come with a snappy comeback and make you feel bad for not thinking of it on your own or something. But for the most part, no. These communities are very forgiving. But Stack Overflow, they just want you to do your homework and know what you're asking. Because there are some people that abuse the site. They just, hey, do my homework for me. I'm trying to think of a silly example, but I mean, there are no dumb questions, but there are uneducated questions. There are questions where you haven't thought about it and done your basic research, and you're asking the smartest people you can find without even reasoning with the simplicity of it first. So I don't really know what I'm trying to show you here on Site Point other than, yeah, just go to their forums and you can ask questions here, create a new topic. The worst case scenario here, sometimes a question will go unanswered. You'll always get answered on Stack Overflow, but if you've not done your research, they'll rip you to shreds and vote you down and block you from asking for 6 months until you've learned your lesson. Just go to my account and show you. Should have been loading these pages while I'm talking. I guess it's true, we really can't multitask. These are all the questions I've asked, right? Topics. One reply, so that's all I was trying to show. Sometimes here's a 0. Rewriting event handler to call a function. So sometimes you might throw a question out there and never get a reply. It's been seen by 143 people. It was asked a couple months ago. But no one's ever replied to it. And here's another one. Still working on this one. We'll get back to all these. I may answer this one myself at some point. And get the same theme. I was working on the Simon game with both of those. I've seen the Imperial March on the Simon game. Back to work. So there's Site Point. We asked on Stack Overflow. They've both given us the same answer, but this other guy's elaborated a little bit. But my real point was just do your homework. I've done some screenshots here. I showed him the error I was getting. That's what he's referring to with the required parameter name. He's referring to that require params name. They just add a S. Required params name. So that's what's deprecated. They've just changed, and that's usually what happens in an API with a version change. So there might be something I can do with Express. Maybe I need to load a newer version, and this will be updated where it says params now instead of param. So I can change either one. We could put name the way they've both said, or we could go down here, and I guess that means I should take his answer. Because what he's saying is actually right compared to the screenshot error that I was actually getting here. And that's our logger. I'm understanding this all better as we go. I hope you are too. But I gave them screenshots. I used snipping tool and gave them screenshots and gave them copies of the 2 files. This is the package JSON file, which all it's really doing is calling the Express dependency. That might be what we need to do next. If I haven't installed Express yet, we'll go ahead and install that and run this like we've been trying to. I know we installed it last video, but then I also deleted all those directories to make room. Not to make room, just to get back to scratch. I figured maybe I was missing something. I showed them all the different ways I've been trying to call it, and this is probably why they both did the colon. So I might be able to, it might be up to me how to define that. I don't know if I think the $sign. So we'll try a couple different ways to call it. I told them I thought it was just the name that you were wanting to come back with, but we'll see. So anyways, that's Stack Overflow. We'll leave that open for a minute. Here's the book we're reading. Here's the music I'm listening to. So we'll stay with Stack and minimize. Let's go back over here. For now, we've changed the name. I wonder what happens if I use both of them. Because the other one it said is where's it does require. They're just adding the S now. And line 10 is where I was originally getting there. That feels a little cleaner. I don't know why. Params. I guess that feels updated. But I don't know if doing both of them will affect it. It'll probably just affect if I need that or not. So let's do Control S. I want to see if I want to see if I've installed this Express yet on our desktop. We're looking at chapter 3. We were at 3.2. Yeah, it's got the node modules. So I must have done the install. I didn't think I did, but it was late. I was tired. Maybe I ran it. I thought I was going to save all that for the video today. I should have looked at it here just to be. Maybe this is the one. Is this what yeah, it looks like I've installed both of them. You know what? Let's just go through that again. Just for farts and laughs. Delete this one. We get back to where I thought we were. If you're following along at home, it's like, what is he talking about? Okay, so we got from the book that we're reading. I've tried to leave the link across the bottom the whole time I'm recording video. I've downloaded this zip directory, and that zip, when extracted, is just this main web development 2nd edition code, which is what we're reading. So we'll come in here and we'll get a copy of chapter 3. And you know what, even that, well, yeah, it should be fine. I was going to say we'll delete this and extract it again, but surely you know how to extract a file. So I've extracted it, and then I've copied it. I just wanted a copy of chapter 3. If we go into 3.2, so there's just the package and the server. The package JSON I showed you has the dependency for Express, and then the server file we've been working with. So now we got 2 windows. This one and the book. So let's not read. Yeah, just because this one has more in it doesn't mean we've installed it yet. In the book it tells you, and that's why I saved the code mess. I want to see how far I was off. This is what I did before I started going back. And see, even this capitalization may have been causing an error. Config. It installed the node modules. Public. Package. Server. So I was pretty close. Maybe if I changed app, it would have ran better. Controller set it. They don't have models. Routes. Views. So that's just where I was trying to follow the book along, but I wasn't running. I didn't find the code samples. I hadn't opened them up and looked at them at that point. I was just following along the text and trying to do what it said. And then I found the code samples. I was like, oh, this is going to get so much easier. And it has. I wonder if the book has fixes what error I just looked up at Stack Overflow. Since I'm copying code, I bet that's worth looking at some point. Maybe now, maybe soon. For now, so we got all of these open. I don't think I really need any of them. I was just looking. I didn't know if, for one, I wanted to make sure maybe they weren't showing up in the brackets. Got another 10 minutes on this one. So we'll go down to Yeah, let's go back to the command prompt. That's the questions where I asked on Stack Overflow. I don't think it does anymore either. Okay, I want back over on guest PC. And we're going to go into the command prompt. Paste. Need to get where we're working at. It's up here. Copy that address. Change directory. Paste. So now we're in there. So all we should have to do is a nipm install. It's going to run on that for a second. I just locked the package JSON. Okay, no description, no repository, no license field. Added 44 packages. Alright, now our other command was node server. That should get our server up and running. We should get the localhost 3000. So now, go to browser, go to localhost 3000. We changed it, didn't we? We had that little colon. Oh, we take that out. Grumble snort. Is it because I'm doing both? I don't really want to get hung up on it. What I'll do is probably post this video there and on SitePoint. For now, we'll go ahead and try the next one. The next one seemed to run okay. Let's try that too and see what we get. Okay, we're back here on the server. Still taking. Let's try just changing one instead of the other. Where are we at? Yeah, we're still in 2. Acquire Express. Maybe I didn't change it. Let's do a Control Z. Let's see what I did change. There's line 10. Control Z is not letting me change anything back. It's weird. I have to watch this video back to see what I did. I thought I changed stuff in here. Control Z, no changes. Control Y. Maybe because I hit save, it cleared the history. Alright, so apt-get has name. So is that right? And then also Control Z. Control Y. Okay, so that part does work. Let's just try this. Let's try just the S. Control S. Go back to our server. Control C gets us out. Now I'm just trying to run it again, so it should pick up the changes we just made. Okay, let's go back. Okay, I didn't put the colon. All I put was the params. So there's something still here I'm not getting. Did the install. Okay, let's go ahead and try 3.3. See if it's giving me the same issue. Just do Control C, gets us out. Up, up, up arrow. Just want to change to 3. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's do let's give it the install. I'm pretty sure this one works. I've already ran it twice on video. I try and time my little stories to this stuff where I'm just waiting on, but it's like don't like work out that way. The stories pop in my head when at the wrong time. I end up telling stories when I could be working, and I end up not having any stories to tell you when we're waiting. I guess I could turn the video back on. Let's see. We got an overlay here. Window capture. Video capture device. There we go. Oh, no. Let's do, okay, quit running. Let's do, we did install. Now we're going to do, is that all? Oh, there it is, node server. Okay, it's running. I don't have a TW route yet. Let's go back to the 3000. So that works just fine. I think that's all. How are we on time? 23. So we could play around with trying to add, I guess my next experiment, I'll go ahead and read, I'll finish reading chapter 3 to make sure I've covered this. Really, I need to start reading chapter 4. I'll do that and then give you guys another video on it. And in the meantime, I'm going to post this to the people that answered my question last night. Maybe that'll help. Maybe if they review it, they can help me figure out what I'm doing. Anyways, good morning. The code must go on. I'll tell you what, it's a good time. There's my timer. There's our logo, our mascot. It's a little Pomodoro, 25-minute episodes. I'm trying to stay organized a little bit better. The other thing we had open in brackets, it's not open anymore. I'm trying to keep our show notes organized. I think this is episode 10. It's probably that one. Nope. Let me look at my desktop. I gotta figure out where I put that file. Hope I didn't delete it. I probably did. I bet it's not even on that system. Let me look over here. Look on the big desktop. I think it's in here. This is the publishing company. I got the code. Yeah, I probably deleted my unordered list. Dang it. I was doing so good staying organized. I put it in one of those files I deleted at midnight last night. It's alright. We'll throw this in as a freebie. Let's go back to brackets. Since I deleted it, I'll do this on free time. It's my fault for deleting it. And we need practice. Okay. One thing I do, some people think the faster you are on the keyboard, like if you do 60 words a minute, that makes you a better coder. It's not muscle memory. It's cognitive thinking. It's reasoning things through. So for me, that all that fast typing, if I can program with a mouse, I'm going to. So what I'm wanting is a ordered list of anchor tags. And technically the anchor tags are pretty easy. All they've got is the href in them. Href equals quotes is the main thing I'm going to get out of here. Kind of just looking for a sample. I should probably use code completion, but it won't pop in the href tag. And there's going to be elements that have more than just an href tag. So I try and find samples. I found it pretty easy the other night, but I used different keywords. Let's try list of anchors. First time I got news anchors, then is this one. I had to get past these right here. We're going to do about 100 of these as a template. And we're going to use that in our brackets. Now the question is, if I want to do it by day or by all 100 episodes. When I thought I was just editing it this morning, I was going to break it up by days. So, since that was my last instinct, I think that's what I'm going to stick with. Let's make sure we're saving this first. It's untitled right now. Okay, so if we're going to do it that way, what we really want, we want ordered list. So we do completion here. Let's get on the new line first. Oh, I did this the other day too. That's why repetition's good. It doesn't know that it's an HTML file right yet. Yep, see now as soon as I put that, that's why you want your IDE. It automates a lot of this. There's my unordered list. Still gotta close it. Well, ordered list, which means this will now have a number. But really, if we're going to add day, we're going to add another layer of tags. So this time we're going to do a list item. Can you do a list in a list? Is that the best way to do that? I guess so. A list of list. I'm not claiming to be an expert on any of this. If some of you guys want to recommend better ways to do this, I'm all ears. So in my list of list, this will be my days. So list item, day 1. Let's see. A list in a list of list. I know this is wrong, but it's going to help me visualize it. We're on Monday morning, day 1, so this will be Tuesday. I think try this and see what it's looking like. You got a live preview button here. The difference is this doesn't need a server. This is just running an HTML. It's not calling the node server. I don't know if I can set that up to run through brackets. It may be there in our 5. Okay, let's compare that to what we're just getting my link, because you don't start with list items out in the middle of nowhere. This needs to be in something besides just a list and a list, I think. Let's just try div for now. When in doubt, div. When in doubt, double div. That second div's actually replacing what I thought I was going to use as a list item here. list day 1, so that'll end up being Monday now. So let's call that Sunday. Got 9 videos from yesterday. Let's pull this one out. That one, actually that closes. No, we'll pull that one out. That might work out better in the long run, actually. Okay, we've got okay, I think at that point I'll end up with another list inside of these. For the episodes each day. Unordered. Kind of still want to stick with ordered, I think. Okay, now we're back on track. That'd be an episode. Okay, now we're getting there. Now we're flowing with butter. So, can we do beautify yet? I guess that worked. Technically, we'll end up with like probably 16 episodes a day once we really get flowing. But we don't need that many yet. Just need a template to bear this out. There's the beautify that pulled all those extra tabs in for me. Okay, let's preview that again. So we're getting. If I just toggle to it, there it is. Sunday, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can almost live with that. Let's I'll end up with a better template soon. I think I really only did like 9 episodes yesterday, or over the weekend. They weren't even yesterday. Oh well, I got waste. I got. Is that even both computers? Maybe not. wacky on that. I didn't think that's the window was going to pop up. I was about to give up and go look another direction. 10, that's enough for yesterday. I want to be able to collapse these later. For now, we're out on time. I almost got a second episode in this free zone. I want to collapse them like that. Let's collapse Sunday. Make it Monday. So if we got to 9 yesterday, this will be episode 00, no, 010. Okay, inside of our list, what this is really going to be is what we're going to copy and paste into YouTube when we upload at the end of the night. So I want that anchor I was trying to put in earlier. It's fine. So I tracked down to copy paste, but we'll do one the way you're supposed to. It needs an href. And we won't really know those until we have them. We'll have to copy them from YouTube later. So it'll be an anchor. But the anchor tag will say actually we do know. This part of the template, everything I put on YouTube, I want to give them a link to the book because they're copyright. Not got permission from them to do this, but I'm not trying to make any money off of it either. I'm just trying to learn and do my work. So we'll give them a link. If you guys are watching this video, you can purchase their book, get a copy of the code, and follow along. Maybe it'll help you see another student struggle through it. So every time we post a video to YouTube, we'll have an anchor that goes back to their book. You can read the anchor and click on it. This will be episode 10. After 10, we'll do a break. Close it. I think they said it was ES6. I think you can just do that now. After the break. So this episode we talked about Stack Overflow. Long episode. Hope you guys that were following along for Stack Overflow quit watching like 20 minutes ago. Stack Overflow. Maybe I can try and clip it before I upload it. We talked about Stack Overflow. And then template for template for YouTube playlist. Alright, that's gotta do it. This episode went 20 minutes over. Control save. I'll do a preview. I thought the brakes would make returns here, so maybe I couldn't take that part out yet. Let's try just needs this one. It feels weird enough having both of them. I thought the way that it abbreviated it recently. Control Save has a plug-in to beautify. Still not getting my break. Okay, where are we at? Make sure I don't lose this part. And then go back. So you want the double tag a break. That just seems weird. Is that what you're really wanting? Let's preview that. Maybe I'm doing something else wrong and don't realize it. Alright. I am. What's wrong with my break tags? Maybe those are bold. I'm not putting BRs in them. What did it say again? Yeah, just BRs. Okay. Sorry. Learning to learn. Okay. Episode 10, break, Stack Overflow. Let's do double. Alright, I think that's what I wanted. Let's preview it again. Did I close it? There it is. Oh, yeah. Stack Overflow, template for YouTube playlist. Oh, we do need a break there. Okay. Hitting 50 minutes. I'll try to splice this one and make it 2 25-minute episodes. There's never free time. So actually this will become episode 11. So we did 9. Yeah, this is episode 10. We'll set episode 11 and then take a break. Take a real break after we set these breaks. We need to go back into brackets. The whole point of this video series, it's just a video diary of what I'm working on, and sometimes you delete stuff and work on it again, and it takes longer than you think. That's why I'm doing the videos. If I was actually doing this on the clock for somebody, you'd have video documentation to say, do I really have to pay him for that? And I'd probably be like, no. But I still think getting a CRUD app for $12.50 is pretty freaking cheap, and I know it's doable. There's a story about sorry, let me stay focused here. I'll tell you stories when you're downloading something. So that's what I wanted, a break. Up here. I'm working on 2 different machines. I'm looking on the Windows 7 for something that's on the Windows 10. There it is. Okay. I want to break. And one reason I put it back on 10 is because I accidentally landed it off the 7 last night. I figured this is my home tower. I'll be a little more like not in this folder when I'm in the deleting mood. but I wanted it to break before it does the anchor. No, right after it does the anchor. Right there. Alright. So it'll actually be break, break, break. Break. Okay, that feels right. Beautify wants you up there, bud. Beautify don't know everything. You need to look at how to rewrite your Beautify rules. There should be like a way to configure those to your own style. Alright, that's good enough. Let's break the video down here. Oh, no, it's not. So this will now be episode 11. Technically, no. It's just 10's 50 minutes. So we'll call this one, so we can take this out. Just strike through. And then here we didn't talk about Stack Overflow. And we'll just leave them both episode 10 because they're still one big one right now. That's fine, I can live with that. There's what I was looking for. Okay, save that. Alright, that's good enough. So now when I upload these tonight, I'll just do that and then copy and throw that over on my YouTube description and we should be good. Episode 10, template for YouTube playlist. Most of these episodes aren't worth watching. Sorry, nothing personal, but I guess it's me I'm making fun of. And look at that, I didn't even turn my video back on. This one's definitely not worth watching. Hey, we're back. Alright, so this should all just be episode 10, and then cut the last 25 minutes. I said was going to be free, cut it off, because that was all just rambling nonsense. But we're back in the flow of things. Whenever got 3.2 to work, 3.3 seems okay. So I'll try and splice that off and then feed that to you guys on Stack Overflow. Maybe you can understand what I like stuck on better. Good morning. Later. Stop recording.